Sasha here, and I thought for today's video I'd do something a little bit different. Run a single mission on my own, and if it turns out well, use it as a basis for running commentary to, comment on the finer points of the game and to help beginners understand the concepts of what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing in this game. Even though I have to say beforehand, I did make some mistakes in this game. But anyway, here we are in the cockpit of my Kintaro 18, which I just bought over the weekend, I believe, and I'm running 2 medium pulse lasers and the maximum amount of streaks available on this mech, which is 5 streak launchers, because the 18 has 5 missile slots. And we are on Tourmaline, as you can see. And as you can also see, I separated from the whole group, which are, they're over there on my right, and I tried to make a left flank here because this route I'm about to take is it's very very popular with enemy light pilots who like to use it to circle around our team. And from this position I'm about to come to, which we call the ambush hill in our squad, you have a pretty decent view of the battlefield and of the movement of the enemy team, because they usually come right through there where I'm looking at now. And as you can see, there were quite a few mechs there, and since I don't have any long-range weapons on this mech, I simply duck back into cover and try to ascertain what the enemy were doing at this time. And that's an important point, I believe, because a lot of people just rush in to the enemy pointlessly and mindlessly, and then they wonder why they're getting killed. You should try to, if you know that there's more people out there than you, and in this case this is very likely because I'm alone, then you shouldn't show yourself. You just should try to see what the enemy are doing and try and wait till you get back up in the form of friendly players. Yeah, and I don't have advanced zoom on this particular mech, so I couldn't really put down my artillery strike there with any form of accuracy, so I just saved it for later. And we're about to run into the first spider. There he is. He took the usual route for lights, although I have to say it was a little bit slow. Usually they appear there much quicker. And he's one of those lone spider pilots who seem to think that the entire point of the game is to run across the map, avoid enemies, and just stand on the enemy base to cap. Which of course I shall try to prevent, and that's exactly what I did. And as you can also see here, while I do see the Kintaro 18, or all of them actually, as a light killer and a light hunter, and I think that's what they're supposed to be too in the game. They can't really keep up with the faster lights. I mean, that's a spider, I suppose he's going like 140, 150, and my Kintaro does 100 kph, so that's a lot slower. Plus I don't have jump jets, so a smart spider pilot can pretty much evade a Kintaro at will, especially on larger maps like this one here. But to my luck, this guy was just focused on getting on base, and as you know, as soon as you step on there, the other team know exactly where you are. So that's what I was doing here, looking for him. Didn't see him at first. He was hiding behind that little structure there. They're kind of hard to spot there between those legs of that tower, but there he is coming out trying to shoot me, and he just, in my opinion, just stuck around for too long. Once I started peppering him with streaks, he should have gotten the hell out of there, but he didn't. And well, as you'll see in a minute or so, that was his undoing, even though I did not kill him, although I did take one of his legs almost off, but then he got killed on the other side there of that rock by our own light lance, who were just arriving there to steal my kill, basically. Yeah, and that's one point about the streaks I can't stress enough. You do a surprising amount of damage with them. I mean, you'll see my damage score, and this one is pretty good for a medium mech, and especially for Kintaro, in my opinion. but you can't really concentrate your fire because the streaks are pretty much, you know, they're random. They go wherever they want to go. So you'll be dishing out a lot of damage, but most of the time it won't be in one location. So you can't really concentrate on, say, a weak leg or a weak shoulder or whatever. You just have to cross your fingers and hope that your streaks go where they're most needed on the enemy mech. Yeah, and this one here, as you can see, I just took up that spider. I had to run up back all the way to base, so I came back. I didn't really know by then what was going on the center. All knew that there was fighting, of course, but I didn't know where the enemy were exactly, so that's always a bit of a bummer if you have to, you know, reassess the situation. And as you saw there a couple of seconds ago, I put my artillery strike on that lone mech down in the valley, and that was just a second before I spotted and noticed that bigger group of mechs on the right, which I should have put my arty on, but, well, hey, anyhow. Yeah, and the thing I did then, what I was thinking then, at this point was, you know, there's a big battle going on, people are shooting each other left and right, big stuff there on the battlefield, not good for my Kintaro, so try to circle around them, try to get one that's distracted, that's shooting somebody else, and shoot him while he doesn't notice you. And what's really helpful there in this situation, and I think I have to mention this, you see that little map in the center of the screen, that's the mini-map, and a lot of players don't seem to use it at all. And when you see people, how they behave on the battlefield, not noticing stuff that's around them, obviously not noticing stuff, and I don't really understand this because it's so easy to use and it shows you what's going on in your immediate surrounding at a glance. You don't have to open the big map. I mean, that's helpful too, but you know, when you just want to quickly know where everybody is, just use that mini-map down there. That's what it's for. And I guess I got lucky here because we had this stalker who was isolated from his own group, so we could pretty much circle around him and pepper him with streaks and shoot him up with lasers. The poor guy died pretty quickly. But then again, he was the only one on the enemy team in that mission who made that mistake, because most of them at this point, the ones that were still alive, they stuck together pretty well, and we were down, if I remember correctly, we were down to mostly lights. They had a huge tonnage advantage over us, so I guess it was just a matter of time till I'd get killed. Especially since most of the enemy mechs I saw at this point were pretty much unhurt, and that's a tall order for Streak Kintaro to take down an unhurt, fresh victor like the one I'm facing right there. I mean, I do hurt him there, but it's really not that bad. As you can see up there on top right in the targeting display, he still has armor on pretty much all components. And I guess that's one more point I should mention in this video, along with the along the lines of the point I made about the minimap. Use that targeting info display. It's really helpful. Like you just saw on that Victor, his right shoulder was almost gone. So if you spot an enemy like this and you see that one of his key components, like the shoulder, is hurt badly, you just, you know, shoot that shoulder, and then his arm will fall off and his side torso, and maybe he'll also die if he has an XL engine in there. I know it takes a bit of practice and getting used to the game before you can actually concentrate on that stuff, but you should really, really be doing this. Yeah, and that was, I think that was the last guy I actually shot because I'm about to die. I couldn't resist shooting that Atlas. I should have just run away, disengaged, and tried for no approach, but I got greedy, I guess. But I gotta say, damage score like this is pretty decent. That was pretty much something I was pleasantly surprised when I saw what's possible with a Kintaro. That's usually a score I would get in a heavy or an assault. Anyhow, I hope you found this video entertaining, if not helpful, and I'll see you all next time.